Tiring Giji Pudun Gabgo Sobe, Mixed Sojin Juti da Dene, Puge Ganyo Seta Blayo, maybe Chism Tempo Yobatang, Pugi Mudin Ratu Gay Koshe La Kate Jogu, Tishin Pula Gabgo Nankin get Sobatang, Ligu Shuk Chiru Dongu Jigi, Tushi Twinzi Sumdo Kodu Lubanando.
Tashi Delek, as we mark the conclusion
Tian Daudi Tse Dune Gopar Nintang Sumring Pumijixu Gisigon Chogan Nang, Giji Pudun Gabgo Sobe, Mixed Sojin Soyobatar, Tiring Yingab Chirikalu Nonzi Dromachogo Ube, Jack Chuzo Kome, Tozo Shunba Gushab Jiri Obar Falls Latang, German Chuzo Tumi Gushab Michael Brandla, Shian Zamling Gigab Sumju Soni Ge Pudun Gabgo Wa Gala Zamnangi, Pudun Gabgo Watang, Niu Minason Yamshu Gijudom Zego Soyu, Gabder Chirikalu Nonzi Dromachogi, Pula Tishin Bezara Nedun Tang, Giji Gabgo Mudu Nangobe, Kiji Rangshin or Sungwa Mase, Gashungi Pu Miri Gengo, Zame to Dongur Migde Pube Chibanam, Zewato Rangi Pamatan Kadi, Deja Lobde Nado Dong Shimbar Tuzab Genabasedu Nansong.
Standing here before you all, I cannot overstate the critical urgency of the situation inside Tibet. It is too evident from the briefings throughout our sessions what not just the Tibetan people, but the world stands to lose. As I speak, around 1 million Tibetan children sit in state-sponsored colonial boarding schools in Tibet. While the world has acknowledged such colonial residential schools of the past as a tragedy and a stain on the history of humanity, 1 million Tibetan children being forced into this very same nightmare today are being deprived of the opportunity to learn their own language or to immerse in their own culture. It is heart-wrenching to realize that this tragedy is not a memory of history, but a living reality inside Tibet in this 21st century. One must ask, what drives such systemic cruelty? The People's Republic of China, trapped in a regressive, colonizing mentality, is deeply threatened by the enduring and distinct national identity of the Tibetan people. In its eyes, our very existence is a threat.
Kalun Choge Tadung Pu Togangi Kuyu Tang, Tapchugi Kiji Rangshin or Nishan Nangde, Ti Chu Nam Ishe Mitungur Mambu Chowar Gabgo Nangi Yobe, Kuyu Sungab Chagu Kiji Yimbatang, Takba to Puge Demu Kerso Nangde, Pumitan Gana Nigar Pembe, Shide Tachuji Yongwar Beju Nangoba Mase, Puge Nedu de Giji Sane Sarbatang, Zamlingi Chuzo Kado Lenglong Che Gober Bugu Shusong.
Nevertheless, we must acknowledge that the world is at a crossroad. As the global landscape shifts, we must maneuver with strategic agility, adapting our methods without ever losing our core values. To meet this immense responsibility, we must ensure that the work of our support group is institutionalized. We must move beyond discussion and towards a strategic alignment, one that is coordinated and action-oriented. We must ensure that support for Tibet becomes a permanent fixture in the halls of parliaments, in the strategic agendas of nation, and in the conscience of the civil society. I consider it of great importance that your unwavering commitment to our cause should become a legacy for whoever comes after you to inherit and to be woven into the very fabric of institutions and communities that you represent.
Tiring Judom Zegoto Xian German Chuzo Tumitang, Czech Chuzo Kome Toto Shunba Nam Nigi Mixe Sunshe Nawenang. Ganado Deling Mebe Daxin Cheche Droshin Bechu, Giji Chizogi, Ganagi Chajo Lang, Asane Dolin Chego Batang. Gana Marsho Tobe Sishu La Ngogo Chaje Rawantang Manzo, Dromi Toptan Je Sungyob Chebar Tunjin Nagoba Mase. Puni Ganagi Chashishik Namyang Mimba Gerdo Nawe Tone, Ganagi Chajo Ka, Zamlingi Gigab Tandin Tagirindang da Mitsumba Dunche, Giji Chizogi Rangi Keben Gashi Ludong Nagobe Bugu Shusong.
The case of Tibet has become a litmus test for major and medium powers on the globe and in the region on how to deal within an ever more aggressive, ruthless, and yes, barbarian CCP. They do not share our values. They do not share our view that every life is precious.
Tibet has never been part of China. This is important to repeat. It was simply stolen by aggression of Chinese army, and it's still kept with military power together with China. Even Tibetan authority are willing to negotiate about the autonomy. China is not open to this solution, and they simply want to destroy the nation, delete it from the world. And I think we should not only say but show that we don't accept anything like this. So let me to finish with that. Tibet must be free, and we should do everything, and maybe also resign on some our own profit and welfare, just to show China that they don't belong to family of decent nations around the world so far, and they couldn't be if they don't change their position toward Tibetan people and Uyghurs as well.
Tomadelia Pimitiksu Chitili Wongi, Tunja Kamachula, Samdi Shubada Dache, Tanya Toma Kandishwedi, Pimitiksu, Gisikon Sogan, Lolia, and the Garapudun Gabgo Soba Namigi, Kutire, Tanashi, Pimitiksu Chitili Wongi, Tungu Walia, Tobigi, David Nimusumgi, Gijipun Gabgo Tobigi, Mixed Sojin, the Taridu Judi Bachadi, Yoresonsa, Giona, Tari, Tundu, the Kandachon Sugongona.
지원의 시라 탄디부 중송 수행이르바 한간주나 계지 배된 잡교 소비 믹스 소진된 간주 공존나 직디달로 개백구 거대 한 잠재로 순지 쉬야들이 니드나 안 달린 간주 디 고갑데 송지진하는 간주 배기 조고 망부지 간주 된디 쉬야 그 배전 쉬고요르바 한 계지 배된 잡교 소바되는 간주 배배기다 가르소레 라완 탑절이야 시부지게 개침모 임바다 건주기 튕규 달로 망분이 튕규 나한테 된디기 소바다 미나샤다 차디도 한 간주 거대 갑리야 된디 쉬야 그 고갑데 송지진르바니 미세 소진 두스 공조 쉬비 쉬이 안단다 델이야 단단간조 계급 숨주소니니 아니 고접 총미미 자도 좀 족치비나요 쉬
그래서 고다 남규이나 소진 가리 소반디 소진디 주디 갑서 직믹세 추주되는 샤는 거요래 세베 나부저 달린 소진디 기니마 당부토를 야탄다 다른 살레기 지라지도 나 덤베시나 요래 다리게 촌도 디토레 믹세 추주된데 개템법 중요나 가리 쉬
단연들은 간주 계산 다른 살레 지라지요 다른 살 데클레이션 된 간주도 스테나고 요래 바티도 단대들 촌도 간주 추주스 개요 말데 이내 계산 소자와 수주기 땅간주 배된단 데베 간주 조심해서 카숨 시시요 디간리아 군주 고도 나지지는 않은 마음 벌레도 지조 콜리아 감을 소부종이를 수해
다 데베기 니무숨 디낭로리아 조다 지게 잠닝 게갑 숨 소니게 대표된 게교와 갈하스 냠좀 나와 총유도 안닌숨 디낭로라 지 주도 조로 가르총이나
단디리 단다 직딩 간주 군중이 단다 그 양식 코드를 바 양식 코드를 코드 중에 아니 베디 아니 루규토니 아니 라왕 게갑 임바다 디지털에 가도 쉬어래 안 다음 마음 벌 베기 부전단 대백이 아니 주도 레구 톨이야다 기지 부전 잡유 소보 코란 쪽이 안 투몽기다 안 루모스즈날이야 레구 카르페고도 대주깔까도 쉬어레시
그래서 타마델이다 다리기 초동 디니네 직 마오바야 직 둥겨난고에다 다리 디낭로리야 나부저 주도 나와 토네 직 용규기 로낭로리야 라다난고에 개간 치슈도 가르치는 거나
단디리 간주 표준 레구 톨이야 게지날 슈쿠이데 간주 페민 딕주 토네 있는데 게지 표준 레구 게지 게 간다 잡유 소보 토네 있는데 상면 난데 요르바 한 디주 톨이야 땅 간주 단다 난데 디게디 아니 무투니야 갸침분 난 거야 땅을 하버도 표준 잡유 소보 디긴날 담 송미 디게디 망체도 지간주 표준 톨이 잡유 난진 딸 로마 시부주인 땅 카시쿠 데우드니 요레 한 디게 날이야 간주 지게 표준 잡유 소보 소준 날이야 단 송미 디디 준게 망 용투에 간주 베지나로 지 sinan pegu chik de shugu yukonsole ya che an de dole an pedon legu da nganzu chi shudu legu dige dina ani mutu ni bezun nangwa ji da an geji tan de gya pyo nagi ne dan cha cha bena shiraji kale khabu cha de yore ani geji nali ya chik ta nganzu bezun tan da bodu che de di ani chik tongba mandu ji da ani che mandu da dine dole ya nganzu shu gya go de kishin budu samdu
시제 달에 계지 표준 겹교 초배 미세 초진 등이 야가 표준 겹교 초바 남미 구제탕 표미 지수 치디 레공기 퉁교와 나와시 예바탕 대토 야가다 아리 캐나다다 유럽 오스트레일리아다 브라질 타이완다 라디오소 점링 계급 숨주 소니게 표준 겹교와 야라 냠쇼 나여바탕 드링가조 초자와 남네 진호 콘스겸교 침부 초기 제가 슈도
지 표준 겹겨 속보 여러 와 겸세 쿠란주 님의 숨링가 대 촌두 초브레 때리 뒤게 고
The Gagap and the pepper, the sum just Sonine pay.
로보 그네 계급
North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, India.
And the dinner, anyone.
때 야오다 제가 야오래 니 코스타리카네
Costa Rica 내리서 겸세.
Which country? From Brazil.
Brazil ne. No. US? Arine. 겹겨 속보.
Jino kutushabeterona
나서리 못해요
no sukadinches no
사실 이름도 저 때문에 다시 로자다 수주지
no
대명의 사무실도
no
최소한
no sukadinches
Holland.
Holland, Netherlands.
Yes.
No. Thank you.
Okay.
Which country?
From the Netherlands.
Netherlands. Thank you.
from Switzerland
Switzerland. 겹겨 속보. Thank you.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. 겹겨 속보. No.
And Clive.
Who's it there on us? Which country? Ukraine. Ukraine. No.
France
France.
Chinese people must wake up to the reality. They thought people will forget about Tibet, but younger Tibetans are more committed for Tibet than the older Tibetans. Chinese must remember that Dalai Lama is the bridge between today and tomorrow, between China and Tibet, between China and India. If they listen to Dalai Lama, it will be good for them. It will be a win-win situation for everybody. We wish them luck.
The conference has been wonderful. Many main issues, very important issues, has been discussed, and the group is very united. And I guess the outcome of this meeting will be very good. Many good actions, many good proposals are being placed, and therefore I guess the outcome will be very wonderful for all. Okay. And about the audience, was just a blessing. Just so wonderful to be with His Holiness. Indeed.
मैं खास करके जो तिब्बती युवक भारत में रह रहे हैं उनसे मेरा निवेदन होगा कि भारतीय युवाओं के साथ मिलकर के तिब्बत के सवाल को और दलाई लामा जी के संदेश को प्रचारित और प्रसारित करने के लिए बहुत ही प्रभावकारी ढंग से काम करें और हम भारतीयों का पूरा सहयोग रहेगा और भारत और हम आपको अतिथि मानते हैं इस देश में और अतिथि मान करके हम आपके साथ पूरा सौहार्दपूर्ण वातावरण में आपका दुख हमारा दुख है आपका दर्द हमारा दर्द है यही मेरा संदेश है
Oh, I think it's very, very important, especially for the Indian public. I think one has to get as much support as possible from the Indian public to increase support, widen our support base. And I think meeting with His Holiness is an added incentive. And I hope such meetings would encourage people to go back home with more motivation and more sincerity after being in His presence and after learning about the plight of Tibetans and why they are here in exile.
Any message to younger Tibetan generation?
Yes, I think you cannot lose your momentum, the fire in your belly. I know you're placed in a very difficult position. You have your own personal career and your personal ambition, but you also have the freedom movement that you must contribute to. If not, put your whole body, mind and soul to it. It is not a part-time movement, and yeah, I just encourage you to be as active as possible, not just gather on occasions, which is also important, but to be more active, 24/7. Start organizations, work fully for Tibet. Yeah, and the responsibility now lies with the younger generation.
총도의 야부시다 충성 총도의 당한 저기 전제로디 조디 겨름체기 고등기 로디 잠불링기 룽바 숨주 섭등기 갑교 숙충부터네 아니 겨름체기 즉 표준 강요세야 겨울제 고체 릉부대야 디기 조직체 니워델 야나기 즉 격체다 야나기 lok바케제 표준기 가자 덴바탑저들 덴바 메베기 작다 망부베베 딜 동랭체야도 룽바 숨주 섭등기 독자 직디 토네 아니 표준체도 갑교요스라니 독스 디레기 토네 다른데 총도델라 초자 땅야 주래